Hi there, welcome to Roll. Tristan's my name, and today I'm going to be showing creative agencies and digital agencies just how Roll really comes together to help them manage their business. And effectively, Roll works end to end through the business, so tracks leads and opportunities, tracks projects, manages projects, handles all your invoicing, integrates to Xero if you're using Xero, but because we're doing all of that, we're able to give you really, really good information in terms of how your business is performing and where you, as managers or owners, need to be spending your time. So let's crack into it. And straight away, I can see in the case of this business where the work is coming from for the business. I can see how much the business is looking at invoicing at the end of the month, not at the end of the month when we come to do invoicing, but ahead of time. I can see how we're actually tracking for end of month invoicing. I can also see how much work we've got lining up in terms of what's in our pipeline or leads and opportunities for new work, and then also how much of that or how much work we've actually got on the go right now. So our work in progress total. And underneath that, and again, just because the way Roll works, and unlike just about every other product around, we can actually give you really good projected earnings or a future view in terms of how much you are looking at earning in the months to come. So we can see in this graph 6 months ahead of time how we're actually trending. And we, for example, in September, we can see there's $36,000 worth of work already booked in, of which $6,500 is made up of retainer style projects, but fantastic visibility for business owners. We also do reporting on time. We track time really, really well, and you can report by employee, by project, and also go back days or weeks or months. So good time visibility there too. Now let's actually dive into projects and actually have a look at a project. Now, if you have a look down the left-hand side here, but this is the natural flow of work through a business, and it starts off in pipeline, goes through, you win a job, and it goes into in progress or your WIP, where your team will execute against that job. When you're finished, it comes out and goes into your completed stages. So the natural flow. Right now, I'm in pipeline, and these are all the jobs that I've got unconfirmed at the moment, but they are lining up. And it's a great way to get visibility over that of how much work you've got around you. Now, if I go into a job, you'll note we've got some really good basic information, and we record company name, obviously, project name, description, the types of job or types of work this is, and these are all customizable to your type of work, where the work's coming from, that kind of thing, value. And I'll come to this later on in terms of the tracking information. Now, importantly here, we've got quoting. So Roll's got an inbuilt quote engine with online approval. So you can actually generate a quote from within Roll and send it off to your client, and the client can come through and view the quote online, and if they like it, they can approve it, and you'll get notified that the quote's been approved. Now, what's great about that is it really streamlines your workflow, and it means it takes the quoting out of your emails and puts it into Roll because it's so fast. And with the client approval, it basically comes back a lot faster than if you have to bounce things around on email. Now, let's just say that quote's been won, and we've actually won the job. Now we need to put it into our work in progress. Now with Roll, it's really simple. You can just pick up the job and drag and drop it into your work in progress, and now it's effectively in progress, and you can execute against it, or it becomes a job that your team can work on. So let's go into these tabs in a little bit more detail. For all the project info, now I added some costs to this job earlier and logged some time, so we've got some stats around that. We've got billing summaries as well. So we track all the good information around the job or about the job, but then also because we're really focused on the financial performance of projects as well, we can see how the job is tracking, how much cost we've incurred, how much time we're spending on the job, whether we're going over budget on this job or not. And so really good information to make sure that your jobs are performing, not just your business is performing, but your jobs are performing as well. We'll go along the tabs really quickly. So we track time, and there's two ways to do it. We can log time entries, or we can use the start stop timers up here, so we can set start stop timers, and when we're happy, we can assign those with hourly rates against the project. We can set and assign tasks with time budgets against them as well. So you can quickly scan through and see if any tasks are going over budget. So in this case, there was website design work, and we had 5 hours allocated, and we've spent 6 hours. So we've gone over budget on time for this task, but not badly, but we have. So you get visibility on that, which is fantastic. And just so you're aware, every user of Roll gets their own My Tasks area, which is accessible up here, and that allows them to see all the tasks that they've been assigned to and what they need to be working on. We can set up progress payments for Roll. So if you've got in this job, well, let's take this job for an example, but we've got progress payments or a deposit invoice that we can go through and generate. And then the final invoice we've got set up ready to go for when we're ready to invoice. We can just come along, press a button, and it will generate that invoice. We've also got cost tracking, so you can track all your costs associated with a project, and you can actually tell Roll whether you want to include this on an invoice and add some markup for it. So here our cost is $1,000, but we're actually going to be putting it through to invoice at $1,200, so you can make some margin on that, which is fantastic. You can see all the invoices that you've got associated with Roll or with this project. At the moment, we haven't generated any, so you can see it's totally unbilled. If there's some awaiting payment, you'll be able to see here, and then any notes associated with this project. So as you can see, just really good information about the project all in one place. And that enables your team and your project managers, your account managers to really understand what's happening with each project and track it in a really simple interface that people are going to really like using. Couple of other things, but back onto the work in progress summary screen, we can scan down and quickly see what's been invoiced on work and what's left to be invoiced, who's working on projects, and what the value is of those projects. Again, really good information for business owners and managers to actually understand what's happening. So a couple of other things before I finish off, but Roll's also got CRM, so we track company data and all of the contacts within those companies. We track all the quotes and all of the invoices that go out. Just a note on invoicing, we integrate with Xero. We've got one of the best integrations of any SaaS product. You actually don't need to go into Xero for any invoicing. You create an invoice out of Roll and send an invoice out of Roll, and Xero updates automatically behind the scenes. You don't have to go into Xero, which is fantastic. You can use it standalone with any other accounting system as well. If you're on MYOB or any of the others, FreshBooks, you can still use Roll with those applications. And obviously the performance, which you've seen, the tasks as well. And that's I guess the basics of Roll in a nutshell, and how it performs in a business. There's obviously a lot more to it and a lot more detail, but in a snapshot, that's how Roll's going to come together for a creative agency or a digital agency to help you guys really run your business, getting rid of all of those multiple applications that you've got now that you need to use to try and get a handle on what's going on. Go to one streamlined, nice to use, easy to use system that really gives you good metrics in terms of how your business is performing. So thanks for watching. Hope that's been useful. Don't forget to check out our other videos on YouTube, and I'll be talking to you again soon.